I have already recorded this video. 17 minutes I recorded this video, only to realize partway through my microphone was not plugged in. Quick check, yes it is now. Then I plug in the microphone while recording, and everything after that, which is most of the video, the mouth movements were off timing with the audio. And I only realized it after blabbing for 17 minutes and then trying to upload and then replaying it just to make sure everything was fine, and it was not. But here's where I give one of the big reveals. It's not that dramatic. It's just like, I hinted at something a couple videos ago that oh, this light isn't on. I hinted at something a couple videos ago that on top of the state of the world and the country and sickness, I think, on top of all that, there was kind of a big change coming that I wasn't able to share, but I wasn't trying to be, there's the drama with the hair again. I wasn't trying to be like clickbaity and like follow my journey to see when I can reveal what's going on behind the scenes. I really just wasn't able to share. But now I think it's a good time to share that one of the things I was referring to is that we have to move, my husband and I have to move out of our current rental. And so, as you can imagine, that is a big upheaval and a huge life change, especially in today's housing market with the way things are. Thankfully, we have some options. We're pursuing something right now. We don't know if it's gonna, I don't have details. Anyway, that part's still vague. I'm gonna be distracted by this. Again, it's like a running gag now. Like, you'll just have to expect, if I have a video where my hair is down, I'm gonna be distracted and annoyed with this section of it, and then also it will muffle on the microphone that I'm wearing. It's just I guess how I roll here. So we're moving and we don't know where yet, but we have some options, and I was just distracted by a beautiful bird that flew and landed nearby outside. We're moving. We don't know where yet, but we have some options. We're pursuing something right now. Well, hopefully it'll pan out. So at some point, you might start to see things from the shelves disappearing. These things will be getting packed. You'll maybe be able to tell what stage of the moving process we're in by like how empty the shelves are behind me. I don't know. We'll see what order I do the packing in. So that is one thing. One of the big things that's happening is moving house, I think, as they say in England. We're moving house instead of just moving. We're moving house. Yeah, so you might see the background change, and at some point the background will just be a totally different background from recording wherever we end up, whatever home we end up in or place. So that's one of the big changes going on. I think I titled this video like a rambly chat or a catch up or something, because I had, oh, thank goodness I redid this video. There's something else I wanted to talk about, and I didn't write it down on my notes. Ha! I better write it down now so I don't forget. Okay. Can't read that, but okay. Close enough. Phew, glad I remembered that. Okay. So big reveal, we're moving, and so that's going to be changing. The background is going to be changing. I don't know if there will be like an interruption to my recording schedule, which that's a joke. I don't have a recording schedule. So we'll see how that goes, how soon into the move I'll be able to record or whatever. So that's a pretty big deal. That's been going on. In the midst of all of that, I think in the midst of, or probably after, I'm not probably going to do this in the middle of moving house. Pretty sure I'm going to need glasses, you guys. So that'll be a different change. I haven't gotten the eye appointment yet, but I used to wear glasses when I was like 14. I got glasses, and I used them all through high school and college to like see the blackboard and to see signs, when you're looking for, back before GPS, back in the olden days when, you just had to write down the MapQuest directions and then struggle your way there and get lost. So back in those days, I would need the glasses to see street signs from a distance. So somewhere along there, I realized I hadn't been getting out my glasses to do navigation or anything, and I wasn't needing to see a chalkboard or anything. So chalkboard, marker board probably. So I wasn't needing glasses, and I all of a sudden found the glasses again. I was like, oh my goodness, I haven't been wearing these. And so I put them on, and then I was like, oh wow, it was actually messing up my vision. So I don't know what's going on, because now the latest is, so it was like 20 years ago or something that I last even wore or thought to try the glasses on. But just this last Sunday, you guys, we're at church, and at the front of we meet in a gymnasium right now, but at the front of the gymnasium where they have like the, what do you call it? The projector, the projector screen, there we go, where they project the words that we're going to be singing during church. And so for the first song that we were going to be singing, I looked and I was like, the words are fuzzy. Oh my goodness. Like, I could not believe it. I had missed church the week before because of being sick. So I wouldn't, if my eyes were bad then, I wouldn't have noticed. But like just the last time I had been to church just 2 weeks before, everything was fine. So like, I don't know. I might need glasses, you guys. I mean, for a while, I've been noticing while I'm looking down here because the book I'm reading is down here. I've noticed that while I'm reading, I am really struggling with I keep going like close or far or adjusting, and so I thought I was just kind of like going to be eventually needing reading glasses. I had no idea my distance sight was going. So that's pretty interesting. So at some point, you guys, the background will change, and also probably at some point you'll see me with glasses, rocking my junior high self look again. I'm also considering some of you may have seen my makeup discussion video about my relationship with wearing makeup, and how I look completely different without mascara. Like, I literally look like a completely different person. But I'm actually considering, not only just with the glasses, but also I'm thinking of maybe not wearing mascara on the lower eyelashes, which will look very different, but also keeping the top ones. And through this time of being sick, I wasn't wearing as much makeup. And so I got used to not having any mascara on the lower lashes, which if you saw the video where I talk about not wearing makeup and wearing makeup and that I look like a completely different person without mascara, you'll know that I will look very different. And I was very resistant to wearing less mascara or no mascara. But after being sick, I went days and days without the lower lash mascara. I just wasn't doing that because I wasn't going anywhere. I was just staying home. And so then when it came to okay, I'm well enough to go to work and I'll put the full mascara like this on again, I looked in the mirror and I was like, that's too much. It was so interesting how all of a sudden I was like, that's too much dark right there. Where before I loved having dark eyelashes there. Anyways, I don't know. I might change my mind on that, but that's just part of the super big deal changes. Super big deal changes happening around here. What else? Moving, changes in the background, changes to my look and vibe at some point. I don't have the eye appointment set yet. Anyway, I might do it after the move or whatever. I'm going to take a sip of my tea here. I am still getting over being sick, but today was the first day that I felt like my cough was significantly improved. But then, of course, my voice is coming in and out, so whatever. Slowly getting better. I didn't have to go on antibiotics. That's the one thing I'm going to be grateful for. No matter how bad this sickness got, so far, I have not had to get antibiotics, which help when, you need them when you need them, but I didn't want them. I would have gotten them if I was like, yikes, I need them. But thankfully, so far, I haven't needed them. Okay. Oh, I heard a noise. I'm like, is that geese? I don't think so. I think it's a vehicle or something. Moving, glasses, sickness. I talked about that. Okay, so here's the other thing. This is really I'm glad I'm calling this a random or rambly chat, because these are all very random things to put together in one video. Life changer, you guys. Game changer? No, game changer. This is what people say. They don't say life changer. Game changer, guys. The other day, I was watching a video of a YouTuber that I am subscribed to. And he had a video, I'll link it below. He had a video called "Do Not Use Canva for Your Resume." And I will, like I said, I will cite that video. I will link that video. Everyone needs to know about that video. And that if you have ever been like looking for a job or applying to jobs and being like, what is happening? Why is no one getting back to me? So that was me like 4 years ago is when I was started looking for full-time work. Was it 4 years ago? I think it was 4 years ago that I spent like a year daily, almost daily applying to jobs and hearing nothing. Guess what? I was using Canva for my resume and my cover letter. And apparently, as I learned in the video that I will link below called "Don't Use Canva for Your Resume," apparently it has been verified. And I also researched online a little bit to find out more details after I watched the video. It has apparently been verified that yes, many employers use technology, software to go through the many applications that they get for jobs. And that many, if not most, of the software that people use to sort through applications cannot read documents created in Canva. Can you imagine an entire year of your life wasted? Hours, days of my life I will never get back, uploading, adjusting, and uploading resumes and cover letters. Hang on. Cover letters and resumes to jobs using Canva when the software, when the people hiring, when my resume probably didn't even get registered as being there with anything on it, or it was jumbled. Tell your friends, okay? Because if you're looking for work or applying, or you will be in the future, you need to know that could be happening. So if I ever find myself uploading applications again, unfortunately, I won't be using a cute Canva design, which is so, anyway, you can't go back and change the past. You know what? In retrospect, the path that I took, I can see so many good things, even though there have been a lot of challenges on my path since 4 years ago, 5 years ago. I don't know. There have been a lot of challenges in different ways that my journey took me. But I can see purpose in it. So I will say that I'm not really serious when I say all that time was wasted, but like those doors not opening up to me led me to a path that there's huge benefit from. People I never would have met, interactions I never would have had, that I can see a lot of purpose in. So take that as you will, be that as it may, some sort of cliche in there to transition into saying, keep that in mind. You probably don't want to use Canva to upload. Just use like a boring Google Doc or something. Yikes. So that's the other random thing I wanted to share with you. Finally, I want to tell you what I'm reading. And you may have seen in my last video that I was saying that I was just starting Officer Clemens, the memoir of Dr. Francois S. Clemens. I'm not even a quarter of the way through it, but I am loving this book. I'm not loving it because it's pleasant, at least at the points that I'm reading. Dr. Francois S. Clemens, if you were familiar with the show Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, he played Officer Clemens on the show. But thankfully, because I want to hear people's full stories as much as I can, to get a full view of their life, he is starting at his childhood, and oh my goodness, like such painful, literally traumatic things happening to him when he's just 4 years old, you guys. I'm just like, when I read it, I'm just picturing that, like, it's so funny what reading does to you. It's like I'm reading about a man's life who's like, he's 81 now. and I'm reading about a man's life. He's 81 now, but as I read about him, he's 4 years old. And so my heart is breaking for this little 4-year-old. But then I have to be like, he made it through. He's 81 now. He can talk about it in the past tense, but very traumatic things, very painful things. But I will say, if you're someone who enjoyed Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, I would recommend reading. Like I said, I'm not even 25% through this, but I enjoy hearing about people, what they do with the hardships that they encounter in their life and how they become who they become. Like you watched this episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood or any other episode that he was on, and all you see is like, oh, it's Officer Clemens, yay, without a clue of the 4-year-old him going through trauma and just, oh my goodness. So you just never know what people have been through, and at the point of your interaction with them, or in this case, at the point of seeing them in a show acting, you just never know what people have come through. And it's incredible. Just the small part of the book I've read so far, it's incredible what he has been through, what he made it through. And anyways, I'm curious to see the full story. Oh yeah, so if you enjoyed Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood as a kid, I would recommend this. Or even if you're not familiar with it, I recommend just if you are someone who wants to know about people's life stories and how they've gotten through the painful times, people who have come through trauma and difficulty, and have managed to persevere and keep going, then I would recommend this even if you aren't familiar with these people. So I'm enjoying that. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 5-star read for me. I'm just always curious about people's lives and how they got where they got and the path of their lives, So anyways, that's what I'm reading. I think, I'm looking at my notes. That's all I wanted to share with you. Look at that thing. Why? I don't understand. I never will. I will never understand this. I should say, I cut my own hair, so I can't complain. That's what I get for cutting my own hair from YouTube videos. So, you save money, but you get silly little moments in your hair like that don't matter. It is a Friday. I'm tired, and it's the weekend, so I'm going to rest and relax. Tomorrow, I'm going to be starting to pack some boxes, even though we don't know where we're going yet. We can at least pack up the things we're not using, like llama, or should I save little no drama llama till the end? Have you ever noticed little llama? When I got that llama, it was before I started my YouTube channel, and I told myself that someday in the future, when I have a nice background and fancy lighting, then I'll start my channel, and then I'll have this little no drama llama in the background. Well, I decided to start my channel. Anyway, as you can see, I do not have a fancy background or fancy lighting or cameras. But you know what? I'm not going to wait for all that to use no drama llama. There it is, right there in my video. All right, tired ramblings. I do want to tell you before I sign off about my Buy Me a Coffee memberships. You can support the channel through a one-time donation or a monthly membership. They start at $2 a month. Those are for if you are not on a tight budget. Another thing I'm offering, I'm going to need this. I created the Honest Gratitude Journal, which I will link below as well. It leaves room for processing the difficult as well as the pleasant emotions or parts of your day. I think I'm linking some videos in the description. Please feel free to look at the types of videos that I put out into the world. And if you are interested in the type of topics you see me cover, please consider subscribing. I am trying to get to 1,000. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I think that's all. I think it's time to relax. because the tired brain, despite the green tea caffeine, the tired brain is like, it's time to relax now. Feel free to check out Without Distraction, whatever is showing up here. And happy reading and happy staying healthy. Yeah, it's time to sign off because I'm tired. Check out whatever is there and there. Okay, bye.